Okay, so here we are in my apartment. Um, I had recorded a video about what I'm doing this for, or why I'm doing this. I recorded it. I remember doing it, but it seems to have disappeared. So here I am doing it again. Um, so what do I want this vlog or this vlog to be about? A couple of things, I guess. I want to talk about multiple sclerosis. I have multiple sclerosis. I've been living with it for about 6 years now. I don't have a very severe case. I have RRM, or what's called relapsing remitting um, multiple sclerosis. So I don't have a very severe case, and I'm very lucky about that. Um, I've I do have some challenges. I'm not going to lie. My legs have been a problem. I have difficulty with stairs a lot of the time. I difficulty walking for long periods, things like that. My hamstrings get tight. My calf muscles get tight. Um, but like I said, I am very lucky. I've been very fortunate. Also, I was in the military. What that means is, well, I was a weapons tech in the military in the Canadian Air Force. It was by far the best job I've ever had. So we're probably going to talk about that quite a bit. I mean, it really affected my life because I finally found a job that I felt like I was meant to do, and I basically was told I couldn't do it anymore for something that I had no control over. It took me a long time to deal with that. A lot of talk therapy, a lot of sitting down one on one with somebody and talking it out. It was not very pleasant. Um, it's still a sore spot because it's something that didn't have to happen. Um, what happened was, what really happened was I was up for a transfer, a posting to Winnipeg. I was working in Bagotville, and I didn't like it in Bagotville all that much because um, it was very Anglophobic. You have to understand that in the part of Quebec where I worked, where I was posted to, there was very few English speakers. Everybody spoke French. In town, if you wanted to go out to town, you were going to be speaking French. Um, So I kind of wanted to get away from that. I couldn't find a girlfriend or anything like that because I spoke English. Even though I spoke French very well, it was still hard for me to integrate socially. So moving back to Winnipeg would have been the best thing to do. And there was a posting that came up, and I talked to my sergeant about it, and we agreed that yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Um, so I thought it was a done deal. And then I heard that another guy that got it, a guy that I had seniority over, got the posting over me. So I was a little bit upset, to put it mildly. Um, so, as consolation, they sent me overseas to Kuwait. I was excited about it. I was a little bit stressed. No, I was a lot stressed because I was given days' notice. We're going to be gone for 6 months. I thought the best thing for me, the cheapest thing for me to do would be to get rid of, or to pack up my apartment and move it into a storage unit. So I did that. So I had to do that. I had to requalify in my trade because I had actually been on restricted duty for about 2 years at that point, because I had a problem with my neck. It got fixed. I have a metal cage in my neck, but that's been fixed. So I was cleared for cleared for duty, and they sent me overseas. And in doing that, I had to requalify in my trade. as a weapons tech. So go overseas, excited about the experience, not necessarily excited about the place. We were living in tents. It was hot. It was very hot, 65 degrees on the tarmac when we're working. It was very hot. And it was a week of night shifts and a week then followed by a week of day shifts, 12 hours each. And you just went, go, go, go. The time went by really fast. Um, but the generators or the power generators that they used to supply power to the tents that we were in to provide air conditioning would overheat. So during the hottest part of the day, they would turn the generators off. So no heat, no air conditioning in the tents. So good luck trying to get to sleep. Well, one of the things that is suspected to cause multiple sclerosis is intense heat. Of course, I didn't know that at the time. So I started having problems with my eyes. I got a blurry spot in my left eye. I had tremors in my left hand, although I did not report those that particular symptom at the time because I was more concerned about my eye. Um, so they went around. They sent me to two other bases in Kuwait, all American, to have my eyes checked. I mean, Americans actually have ophthalmologists in the service deployed. Um, so that's what they did. They sent me to this ophthalmologist. She looked at my eyes and recommended an MRI. So went to a private hospital in Kuwait City, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It was like driving up to a hotel in Las Vegas. I'm not joking. They're marble floors. They had glass elevators, bellhops, valet parking. I mean, it was ridiculous. But most of their healthcare is private, and there's a lot of oil down there, so there's a lot of money. So anyway, got into an MRI right away, and was after that was done, I was sat down by I believe she was a major, um, and basically told that I was going home. So I think it was 2 days. I was done. Um, yeah. So I mean, I was disappointed that my deployment was over, but I was not disappointed that I had to leave Kuwait. It was hot. Um, we didn't know what it was yet. It was until the next day after the MRI. Two Canadian doctors sat me down and told me it was multiple sclerosis. So, needless to say, I was a little shocked. Um, so, yeah, I came home. I tried to continue to work. I tried to do my job. I was put into the shop, which was fine. Working on aircraft components was not a big deal for me. I got to be very good at it. And so what happened was motorcycle. So my sergeant, a man by the name of Daniel Boucher, Sergeant Boucher, um, he uh, he requested that I go from 425 Squadron to 3 AMS Maintenance Squadron into their component shop. So that was great, not a problem. Did that for a few months. Got my level A, which is my kind of like my ticket to work independently. I could sign my own work off and I could sign off other people's work. Um, and then once that was done, again, Sergeant Boucher comes up and asks me if I want to be an instructor. So I said, sure. I'd never done it before, but it seemed like something that interests me. Um, so yeah, within a week or so, I was transferred from the component shop to the school, 10 FTTS, and away I went. Um, I did the best that I could. I tried to stay with it as long as I could, but the at that time I was having attack after attack after attack. Um, so the final attack that did it for me was when it was my eyes. Um, I've got this ring light in front of me here, and it's really bright too. But anyway, it was my eyes that did it. Um, the major that I spoke to in Kuwait City that made the decision to send me home said that there were three things in the military that they do. There are three things that have to be in danger for them to force a member home, which is risk to life. So, like if you need life saving surgery, something like that, or you're shot, something like that, we're all soldiers first. So, risk to life, risk to limb. You're in danger of having your limb amputated. They'll send you home for that, and risk to your eyes. So it was the continued exposure to the bright sun. It was really bright, really, really harsh. Um, the bright sun and the heat that did me in. But when I was back home, um, the my career manager approved a 3-year extension. What that means is that normally they would let you out, they would release you from the military right away, but I requested to um, stay in. And at that particular time, I was fairly stable. I wasn't having any kind of attacks. But once I started working in the school, working every day, um, my eyes started to hurt a lot. I started getting migraines, severe migraines, like just head splitting migraines. Um, yeah, that wasn't fun. I did not enjoy that at all. But they basically told me, Corporal Blanchette, you need to make a decision or we're going to make it for you. So that was it. Um, I said, okay, fine. We'll pull the pin, pop smoke. I'm done. I'm out. And away I went. I came home to my family. My mom's here. My aunt and uncle are here. Um, a large portion of my mom's side of the family is here. Well, my dad's side of the family is too, as far as I know, but I don't speak to them. I haven't spoke to them in years. But anyway, um, yeah. So here I am in Winnipeg. I'm now making a vlog about MS and how I live with MS. Um, so I want to talk a lot about that. For instance, um, I am coming off of, I think, a small attack. The fatigue that I experience is absolutely debilitating. It is the worst. Um, it's the worst fatigue I've ever felt. Um, it's not just your muscles are sore. I mean, it hurts, not hurts, but it's difficult to move. Fighting to stay awake all the time. I was working. I had to go to work, obviously, and it was pretty bad. I shouldn't have gone to work. I should have gone back to bed. But here we are. Um, so yeah, that's pretty common with MS. Fatigue is a very common symptom. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. So it is what it is. Uh, Sorry, every time I say that, I think of the clown in chief down south making that statement about the coronavirus. Well, it is what it is. Most irresponsible thing I've ever heard a politician say, but hey, whatever. He's not in power anymore. Anyway, so something else I would like to talk about is my girlfriend. My girlfriend's name is May Raquel, um, and she lives in the Philippines. And I'm gonna be honest here, we haven't actually physically met. Nope, that's right. We have not physically met. We met online. We've talked, and we are making a go of it. We're making it work as best we can. Um, Obviously, I would like to go there. She would like to come here, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. Well, not in the middle of, but we're at the tail end of a pandemic, and international flight is still not recommended. So we're being responsible. We're saying, okay, we're not going to go in do any international traveling until it's recommended that it's safe. That would probably have to be both of us getting vaccinated, and getting vaccinated in the Philippines is very difficult right now. It's happening slowly in Canada, but it's going well. It's always advancing. They're always vaccinating more and more people, so that's good. But in the Philippines, it's another story. In the Philippines, you have to buy your vaccine, and not only do you have to buy your vaccine, but you have to buy the government a vaccine. So you're donating a vaccine to their stockpile. Um, I believe the some local media has called President Duarte profiting from the pandemic. Um, from what I understand, I don't know the man personally, obviously. I have read some articles, but he is not a very intelligent person when it comes to making these kinds of decisions. He surrounded himself with generals and retired generals instead of doctors and scientists. Um, so I believe the last thing I saw was him basically saying that they had no choice but to reopen the economy. They had to get people back to work. And yes, I agree that people need to go back to work, but there are safe ways to do it. And he's not doing any of them. But anyway, I digress. It's not something that I have to deal with. I just have to help my girlfriend deal with it as best that we can. Um, Eventually, we will be traveling. I will be going down to the Philippines. Probably not this summer, unfortunately. Probably next summer. So we'll be going down there, or I'll be going down there next summer, provided that my school lets out in the summer. I will be taking a course at Red River. So it's a college here in town, um, which will hopefully get me a better job than working as a security guard, because I need a better job. That's hands down. Though I need to have a better job, because there's no way working as a commissioner is going to support me. Absolutely not. So hopefully this course gets me what I need. Um, but because of that, I won't be able to do any traveling until next summer. So that's what we're faced with now is next summer. That's the goal. That's the foreseeable future is that we're going to I'm going to go down there for like pretty much the whole break, so hopefully a month and a half ish. And hopefully there are no restrictions, no travel restrictions that international travelers coming into the Philippines have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So hopefully that's all over with. Everybody's good. Everyone by next summer, everybody should be good. The pandemic hopefully will be declared officially over. Um, so that's how what we're sitting at right now. So that's what my vlog is going to be about. It's going to be about me, what I do. I'm going to cook. I'm going to do some cooking. We're going to cook some Filipino food. Um, I cook for my mother once every week, once every second week. We kind of alternate who's cooking. So I think this coming Wednesday, it's her turn to cook. So I'll be over there, and then the next week she'll be over here. I've made a few Filipino dishes. You've seen them on previous episodes of my vlog. Um, I got to get better at it. I will get better at it. I gotta really think about what I'm doing and what I want to present. But I will get better. I promise. I'm also going to do some. I'm going to learn some Tagalog, which is the language that May speaks at home. There are something like 700 different dialects in the Philippines. Uh, Tagalog is just one of them. Um, Another vlogger that I really like, his name is Kyle Jennerman. He does a vlog called Becoming Filipino. He's actually my inspiration for this. So if you really check out his vlog. He's done some amazing stuff. He's always out there in the community, spreading his good vibes, and that's really awesome. Um, this my vlog isn't going to be quite as interactive as his. He's not. He goes out into the community and stuff like that. But me, it's going to be about my life living with MS, my cooking, my girlfriend, um, and yeah. So I wanted to get this down. I wanted to get this into a video and get it out there so that people can understand what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to accomplish in this vlog. Um, so yeah, that's it. That's This is the vlog. Winter Peg to Philippines. That is Winter Peg, which is because I live in Winnipeg. In the wintertime, we get very, very cold. So it's kind of a homage to that. And then Winter Peg 2, then Philippines. Philippines actually comes from Kyle Jennerman's his vlog, Becoming Filipino. Um, it's I think I'm gonna say it's a term he came up with. I don't know for sure, but I'm borrowing it. Thank you very much. And yeah, so Winter Peg to Philippines. That's what this is. Um, See what happens. How where it goes. See where it goes with May and things. And yeah, so